TC Sample for the plaintiff. May I proceed?
You may.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Please introduce yourself to the members of the jury, spelling your last name for the record.
Hello, my name is Greg Garcia. Garcia is spelled G-A-R-C-I-A.
What do you do for a living?
Well, I'm the Senior Computer Forensics Analyst for East Sherlock. On top of my position at East Sherlock, I also teach for an FBI seminar on cell phone analysis.
What is your educational background?
Well, I have a bachelor's in criminal justice from the Coastal Carolina University, and I've also graduated from the Midlands Police Academy.
Do you have any certifications?
Absolutely. I'm certified in all major forensic software, and I also have accreditations from the Midlands Department of Justice, as well as the United States Department of Justice.
What experience do you have in your field of forensics?
Well, I worked for the Midland State Police for about 2 years, and then I took my position with East Sherlock, and I've been there since 2010. In that time, I've successfully analyzed over 1,000 devices, and I've testified in court over 14 times as a cell phone analyst expert.
Turning your attention now to today's case, how are you involved?
Well, I was initially brought on to review District 12 residents' cell phones, and I also reviewed the electronic devices for the Heisman campaign.
For your work in today's case, were you provided with sufficient facts and data?
Absolutely. I was provided with 118 cell phones of residents of District 12, as well as computers, laptops, and tablets from the Heisman campaign. I also reviewed Mayor Heisman's cell phone and Tom Lyon, who is the campaign manager for the Heisman campaign, his cell phone as well.
Did you use reliable principles and methods?
Absolutely. In my line of thinking, we use the best software available to the market, and I teach them to the FBI, so I better be using them.
What did you conclude from your analysis?
Well, the short version of what I concluded is that over 100 residents from District 12 were contacted by a single number, and that single phone number was connected with Mayor Max Heisman.
Well, how did you begin your analysis?
Well, I began by contacting the residents of District 12. In that, I was able to get 118 cell phones from the residents and analyze the data in those phones.
What did you learn from these cellular devices?
I learned that all 118 phones had been contacted by a single number, and some of them had been contacted multiple times by that single number.
What is that phone number?
The phone number is 625-555-1935.
And what did you do after you discovered what this phone number was?
Well, I started to focus my search specifically on that number, using a reverse telephone directory.
What is a reverse telephone directory?
Well, it's a simple search. It's one that allows us to go backwards to see where the phone came from. We can tell carrier information, such as Verizon or AT&T, and in this case, the phone came from a small company called NetSource.
What did you do after you discovered that the company was NetSource?
Well, I approached the attorneys, and we subpoenaed the information from NetSource about the phone number 625-555-1935.
I'm approaching opposing counsel with proposed plaintiffs 5 and 6. May I approach this witness with the same?
You may.
Mr. Garcia, I'm handing you proposed plaintiff 6. What is it?
This is the NetSource document about the phone number, and it also has the certificate of authenticity from the clerk of NetSource.
What does that certification in summary say?
Basically, it tells us call logs, message logs, anything that pertains to the phone number. And it's certified by the lady Olivia Wolbert, who basically kept track of all of these details.
Your Honor, at this time, the plaintiff moves to admit in evidence plaintiff 6.
No objection, Your Honor.
What did you learn from this document?
Well, we learned that this cell phone was a prepaid device, or a burner phone, if you will. We also found out that it was activated in Freeport, Midlands, and that it was activated on February 28th, 2015.
Why is it important that this phone was activated on February 28th?
Well, it's important because the phone number itself would have been created along with the activation of the phone. In short, the number 625-555-1935 didn't exist before February 28th.
And when did this new phone number begin sending phone calls and text messages?
Well, that was the day after it was activated, March 1st, 2015.
Earlier, you told us that you found a connection between this new phone number and Mayor Heisman.
Yes.
What was that connection?
Well, the connection was that it was stored as a contact in Mayor Heisman's phone.
When was this contact saved in the mayor's phone?
Well, it was saved in the phone on February 28th at about 11:30 p.m.
How was this phone number saved in the mayor's phone?
Well, it's a process. You would have to type in the phone number, click Add to Contacts, click Save, and then click OK.
To your knowledge, does anybody have the passcode to the mayor's phone?
No. From what I understand, only the mayor had it. That's the evidence that I was given.
Did you come to a conclusion to a reasonable degree of certainty?
Absolutely. This number, 625-555-1935, that was distributing misinformation to the District 12 residents, was directly connected to Mayor Heisman.
Thank you for your time. Your Honor, no further questions. May I approach the witness and publish evidence to the jury?
Thank you, Mr. Garcia.
Cross-examination, Your Honor.